This week on Canada in the Rough, Keith Beasley is whitetail hunting in northern Saskatchewan. Keith will be hunting with Buck Country Outfitters, and the woods are wild with activity as the rut is in full swing. This week on Canada in the Rough. Although the outfitter has captured pictures of some big bucks at one particular site, the wind is entirely wrong for it on Keith's first morning, and so he opts for a secondary location.
We're getting to watch Saskatchewan woods come alive here this morning. A little bit of snow, cold, just a beautiful day in this poplar grove here, so we're just real excited. Dean dropped us off in the dark, sat here and just got to listen. I think we've heard some deer walking around in a few cracks, but we're just getting light to start film. Hopefully, things start to happen here. Deer to the left. Doe and fawn coming in from our left there. Oh, Buck's coming in. Oh, look at you dogging her. Look at that. He's pushing her back up from the right now. Wow, that was exciting. Some serious rut action right there. We've been in the blind now for half a day, and it has been nothing but amazing. We haven't seen a big mature shooter, but we've seen multiple bucks, young ones, young mid-aged ones, lots of does and fawns. There's been rut activity, bucks chasing does, bucks sparring, fighting. It's been outstanding. This other little guy's more intimidated here. The little bit bigger buck doesn't want him around. Look at him posturing there, putting his ears back. He's letting him know he's willing to fight over that. Oh, they're gonna fight. Where most of us are from as deer hunters, we see a lot of low light movement, meaning early in the morning or just before dark. That's because those deer are conditioned from pressure from us. Out here in the big woods, they don't really get conditioned by humans because they don't see them. So it's amazing to come out and watch that the movement is truly all the time and spectacular. There's lulls and there's times where they're bedded, but midday, you see all this movement. It's just awesome. It's amazing to sit and watch the woods come alive. So amazing first start here.
Though the activity continued right up to last light, Keith wasn't visited by any mature bucks on his first day.
Alright, so we're in a new spot here. Been waiting to come here for the right wind, and it took a couple days for a huge storm to blow through with a lot of snow and heavy winds. So the woods has been kind of quiet because it's been blowing and snowing and crazy. So we're finally into this spot that's had a ton of daylight activity and some big mature bucks coming to it. So after a couple days of heavy wind and snow, we're expecting the deer to feed all day throughout the day. So looking forward to sitting tight here and seeing what happens. young buck running does all over the place, so definitely the kind of start you want. Lots of deer, and hopefully one of these does is in heat. One of these big guys shows up.
This week, Keith is hunting the rut. The rut is a term to describe the mating season. During the rut, which typically takes place in November and early December in most places in North America, deer behavior and movement is at an all-time high. You'll see deer making scrapes, bucks chasing does, and fighting with one another. There are 3 phases to the rut: seeking, chasing, and tending. Keith is currently hunting the second stage, chasing. With any luck, his patience in the deer woods will eventually pay off.
Oh look, another buck on the same trail, another one. Well, it's smaller, it's like a 1.5-year-old. That's 2 bucks on that same trail within 5 minutes. For sure we got a hot doe here. That's great news. Another buck. That's a bigger buck. That's a nice big boy. That's 3 bucks in 3 minutes, all running the same trail. Another deer running right at us. Oh, it's another buck. Another different buck. Look at that. That's a 10-point. He's dogging on that same line right over. That's a beautiful buck too. Beautiful. 3.5-year-old 10 5x5. This is unbelievable. Like unbelievable. 4 bucks in 10 minutes on the same line. That's really incredible. Shows you how many deer are actually here in the population, how strong it is. I can't imagine being that poor doe, but we just gotta hope one of these big boys comes through here. But that is exciting. 4 bucks in 10 minutes.
As the afternoon carried on into the evening, Keith was a spectator to many more young and mid-aged bucks cruising the area, including a buck with a broken antler.
Look at that, he snapped off right above the brow. Looks like his timer's G3 on the right side's broke off right at the base.
Keith did not get a chance at any mature shooters, but the promising buck activity at this new spot continued into the evening.
Oh, here come deer here. Right on time, nice and early. They're looking back in the woods. Something's coming. I can see something moving back there. Oh, it's a moose. We got a moose coming through the woods. Holy moly, look at this. Big cow coming through. Look at this moose. Or calves were there too.
After the unexpected moose encounter, it didn't take long for the deer to reclaim the area in droves. Keith observed as does and fawns flooded the area, eventually joined by an increasing number of young bucks.
Big buck on the left. Big buck on the left. sent us in here after 3 older mature bucks, and that's not one of them, so I don't feel good about shooting them on him, even though we'd probably be fine if I did. Oh dear. Doe coming down through the thick stuff on the right. Oh, big buck with her. He's hanging up in the timber there. He never did give me a good look. He's running, he's on that doe. Hopefully he comes back. He was just behind the first set of trees, so I didn't want to stop him in case he stopped with a tree in front of him. I didn't want to risk it. Oh my gosh. That big buck just cruised right through here on that doe and no shot. Okay, we gotta sit tight, hope he comes back. Oh, buck, there he is. Get ready. We got him. There's our second chance we were waiting for. He came through so fast the first time and never really gave me a spot, and I didn't want to stop him with risk of a poplar being in front of him. So we let him go. And half an hour later, there he is. Come back, go all the way around and come in on this doe. Stopped him at 30, 35 yards. Made a good shot. He won't be that far. Oh my goodness. Middle of the day, Saskatchewan right there. Early afternoon. Big buck cruising in the rut. Big clean 10. That's the one Dean showed me pictures of earlier. He had pictures of that deer 2 miles away. He's not even from here. I knew him pretty much as soon as I seen him. He had big clean 10 with good brows. Oh, that's exciting. Calm down a little bit here and then go get on that trail. Okay, actually ran right into this tree. Oh look, he's right there. 15 yards up right there. Through the thicket. Look at that big fella. Holy moly. Laying right in this thick stuff. Look at that. Holy shoot, folks. There you go. There is big Saskatchewan whitetail, and what a well-placed broadhead will do. Would you look at that? There is your middle of the afternoon rutting buck in Saskatchewan. Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't that something? Big, perfectly clean, typical 10. Dark chocolate here in Saskatchewan. And you know what? We knew that Dean and Jan had put on one of those trips where
The accommodations and the food and the people were amazing. But to see deer from sun up till sundown, day in and day out, just is the icing on the cake. And then to have a big old mature Saskatchewan bruiser come in like that, folks, sure is hard not to smile in moments like this with the setting sun here in this beautiful land. Super grateful for this animal, super grateful. Thank you. Our big rutting buck here in Saskatchewan.
Hey, we hope you liked the video, and if you did, please hit that like button and tell us in the comments what you'd like to see in future videos. If you want to see more videos like the one you just watched, hit the subscribe button and make sure all your notifications are turned on. But don't stop there. If you want to keep up on all of our adventures across Canada, follow us on our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok channels.